Hey guys, how's it going? I'm in pink this time, or I should say lilac. But anyway, talking about some king subjects. So, a D type, I should say master, had asked a question about, you know, showing affection and love because they're naturally affectionate while still maintaining the dynamic with their slave. Now, excuse the snuffles, it's cold. Now, they also express some, I guess, feelings of regret about the way that they've treated their slave the day before. Most people actually call that drop. It's like the regret and the, oh my god, what have I done? I feel like a bad person. A lot of people call that dom drop. And that gets experienced quite a bit with people that are struggling to realise that what they're doing or what they do is actually something pleasurable for their slave, particularly if they've negotiated all correctly. That, you know, I mean, obviously if they've been together for a while, they go, well, you know, it's something that they want and it gives them pleasure, which gives you pleasure, that you're doing stuff to them that you also like doing, but that doesn't make you a bad person. So there's quite a few people who have negotiated to be humiliated or treated badly, and they know that it's only for that certain time because, I mean, put it to you this way, they trust you enough to do that to them in that particular relationship, a relationship that is close, that is together. Now, not everyone has a relationship like that, but it's one of those things where it is a kind of a contradiction. So how to enforce affection or get affection or show affection to your S-type and maintain the dynamic. It depends on the people because different people show affection in different ways and different people will recognize affection in different ways as well. Some things like, saying, taking a seat and having them kneel or sit near you, get them to rest their head on your knee and then just pat them and say things like, encouraging words, saying like, you're doing well, I'm proud of you, stuff like that does help. But again, it's something that it's an intimate thing between two people because they will have their own sort of, as I said, love languages where they will know about the telltales and the signs of what they call affectionate. Like, there's plenty of people who mistake coming up and just hugging me and saying, okay, well, I'm actually just an affectionate person, but that doesn't mean that, I will do certain things, and I do certain things that show my affection for other people. I guess that's a bit confusing at the moment. How can I put it a better way? Say someone is not normally an affectionate person, but just them hugging you means that they are showing affection. That's how you can do things like that. That's an example of it. But if someone's always, showing affection, hugging people, kissing them, all that sort of stuff, how do you really know that you're special? That, how do you know that? How does your sub know that they're special? One thing you do have to understand as a D-type that, particularly in a dynamic, is that your S-type trusts you, they believe in you, and that they care for you, and they wouldn't be around there if they weren't getting something out of it. I mean, really, the whole thing about, they're my owner, I do whatever they say because it's their right, wrong. People can stop it at any time, go their separate ways at any time, and the fact that people fall back on that just means that they want someone to blame for the fact that they don't want to take responsibility for their own actions, or the fact of them going off on themselves is just too scary for them. And I can understand that, but how to show affection and keep the dynamic? What what do you propose? What do you see in each other? What are your love languages? What are the ways that you act around them normally? Have you actually? But the other thing, I guess, is taking that into context, saying that the dom feels like they are bad after certain play and all that. And it sounds kind of harsh, but perhaps the dom should also step outside of what they're feeling at that point in time and look at how their sub is, because doms can tend to withdraw a bit when they're feeling like that, and that can hurt the sub who may just want a little affection, and it shows in their actions that they want to be near you, not necessarily all over you, but they just want to be near you, or they just want to be happy and see that you're happy. If they see that you're not happy, then that makes them unhappy. I know, it's weird, it's difficult, but that's the thing, how are you with dom drop? Have you stepped out of yourself and go, okay, I'm feeling bad, I will look to see, talk with my sub and see what they're doing, ask them how they are, and if they're happy, then you need to sort of go, okay, well, these are my feelings, that I feel bad about doing these things to my S-type, but they are quite happy. So why am I feeling bad? Is it guilt? I don't know. It's something that you're going to have to work through. It's something that you should look to say, okay, well, obviously they're not unhappy, so why am I still feeling this? What is the reason behind that? You can actually talk to your sub as well, because they can actually help you, try and figure it out. Not always, but if you feel that you're reaching a wall with that, you can talk to your sub or talk to other doms as well. Reach out to other doms as to, if they've gone through stuff like this as well, how they've coped, how they've reasoned it out in their heads, what they did, what they didn't do, what worked, what doesn't work. Finding your own way with that. Anyway, it's Friday. Nose is still dribbling from the cold, but have a good weekend, guys. Hopefully it won't be as hot and windy as it was last weekend. But it was a good weekend, so see you later, guys. Love you. Bye.